Blocks in gCADPlus drawings can contain other blocks nested inside them. To illustrate, if I use the blocks command and say add from another file, I'll bring in one called AA Outdoor. So it's a design for a lawn platform, a raised platform for outdoor entertaining. The block I've called AA Outdoor, but inside that block are separate blocks, one for the deck, one for the lawn, a platform 1 and platform 2 and a yellow plank. So these are all parts of the complex block that I'm going to bring in. I need to select it first and say OK, insert that block into this drawing. I'm asked for an insertion point. I'll type 0, 0. Now zoom extents and the block is in the drawing. I can use exactly the same approach to bring another block in. I will say add from a file. I'll bring in this one called 2D Group. It's a block available on the palettes page of the website, and bring it in. You can see it's one block containing lots of internal blocks, if you like, and they're all plant symbols. Whereas previously I selected model space, I took the whole of that design in. What I can now do is say I want to bring that block in, this one, that one, and this one. So I'm going to bring in 4 separate blocks into this drawing. So I'll say OK, and now they're all in the drawing. There's 04, 07, 09, and 11. So now I could say insert into the drawing, and so we could use that to say screen off that corner. Just repeat blocks. This one can be brought in, and we could select it and scale it. To scale a drawing, just pick in the middle, come out to the canopy, then either pull out or go in to increase or decrease the size of the drawing. So let's zoom extends. Can you see that drawings that utilize nested blocks can be created very, very quickly and easily, and you're just picking the elements out of the incoming block, just the elements that you want. So nested blocks can be a very powerful technique, and what we've tried to do on the website is to give you lots of these compound blocks with internal blocks so that you can pick out from them that which you just want to use for a particular design. You do need to be very careful when you use nested blocks to make the blocks without creating what are called circular references. Let me illustrate by saying I'm going to add from another file, and I'll bring in a block for a water tank, and I'll open it. If you note here that if I tick model space, I'll get the design for the water tank, but buried within the compound block is another version of the same design. So inside a block called, in fact, water tank, is another block called water tank. I'll cancel from there now, and what I've done is gone back and taken that drawing, so add from the drawing. I'll pick a second example of it. Now when I bring it in, can you see it just comes in model space with one instance of the water tank. I can OK that and insert that into the drawing. So there's our tank being inserted. The designer here is in fact use point markers at the corner of the tank. You'd probably want to rotate the tank around like so, and then move the tank, put it into position underneath the platform for economy of space. I'll just move it back out now into that area. What I'd be inclined to do is to edit that block on the fly and change those point markers, in fact remove the point markers, but you could come over here to format point styles and change from a size of 3 to say 0.5, and when I do that you'll see that the point markers that are on the corners there are in fact very small. But I think I would be inclined to right click, edit the block, and just surround that, pick that point and delete it. Do the same up here, delete it, delete that one and this one, then right click and close the block editor. So now we don't have that problem. That block's been edited and changed in this design, but the original block, which I had cleaned up and stopped the circular reference. The reason I emphasize the circular reference is that it occurs in AutoCAD and here in gCADPlus, and the software can get on what's called an endless loop and just cycle around trying to find a drawing of the same name. So beware of endless loops and nested blocks. You do have to be very careful when you're making blocks that use nested references.